I have the privilege of talking with Dr. Randy Richards, research professor of New Testament, former dean of the School of Ministry, and former provost and chief academic officer here at PBA. So, Dr. Richards, you were dean of the School of Ministry for over 10 years, the longest tenured dean. What are your hopes?
My heart is in the School of Ministry, and what I hope they continue to do is to take freshmen who enter, young men and women who feel called to ministry, but they're confused what that calling is, and to train them and nurture them for 4 years to launch them into ministry.
Now, those that know Dr. Richards know that he has said this over and over again, many occasions. He has said that the Bible says that we should give honor to whom honor is due. And oftentimes when you would say that to students and faculty and staff. But I'm going to flip the tables on you today. And I think today we are celebrating you. Dr. Richards is retiring at the end of this academic year after 19 years of serving here at PBA in all these different roles. And Dr. Richards, I want to start way at the beginning. Tell us how you felt a call to ministry.
I was attending college and involved in collegiate ministry at my university. And I began to sense that God had gifted me to do ministry. I felt very unqualified, but God is faithful and He equips those whom He calls.
You and Stacia spent many years as a missionary in Indonesia. How did being a missionary influence or impact your teaching as a professor and your leadership as a dean or provost?
I learned so much from my Indonesian colleagues. They just taught me so much and had such an impact, just loving me and loving Stacia and our boys.
Well, Dr. Richards, you have served in so many different roles. I mentioned some of them already. What's a few memorable experiences?
Being handed the David and Leanne Rinker Center for Experiential Learning was quite a challenge. Dr. Rinker had so many hopes for this center. And the idea is to give students the opportunity to study abroad, to learn on the global stage. When the students would come back, their lives had been changed, and it would reinvigorate us to do it again.
That leads me really to my next question. How have you seen God work in and through the School of Ministry?
When I came to PBA, the School of Ministry was very small, and we had basically one degree. You helped cast a vision. Our goal was knowledge, skills, and character, and we tried to focus on all of those things. And under your leadership, really, we kept adding degrees, including master's degrees and a PhD. And so the School of Ministry has just blossomed.
It is exciting to see how it has grown over the years, and God has just been faithful as we just do what He places before us. What is one piece of advice you would give future students here at PBA?
I think I would remind students to not worry so much, to not try to figure out the next 50 years, to focus more on the present. Now is when they prepare, they gain the skills and the character and the knowledge that they need to do ministry, and to be more present and to focus on the now and not worry so much about the future.
And why should someone financially support this scholarship campaign?
We have students who feel called to ministry, they love PBA, they want to be here, and they nearly can make ends meet, but they just need a little more help to be able to enroll.
Dr. Richards, I want to thank you for how you have invested in so many different people, including me, because you modeled what it's like to invest in faculty, and our faculty have invested in students, and our students have gone out and are investing in other people's lives. It's a great joy. It's part of your legacy. Thank you. And God's blessing as you continue to be faithful in doing the things that God has called you to do. So thank you. We look forward to seeing what God has in store for you.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, Dr. Richards, for the many years you've invested in transforming students' lives.
Just want to say thank you, Dr. Richards, for your investment in the next generation.
Thank you, Dr. Richards, for investing in my life and in my calling, and for being a constant example of wisdom and care for others and those around you.
Thank you, Dr. Richards, for being a professor that I know always cared about my growth as a person, as a man of God.
Thank you, Dr. Richards, for believing in me and my calling, even at times that I didn't believe in myself.
Thank you, Dr. Richards, for sharing your wisdom in the classroom and through your writings. I really appreciate it.